Hey everyone, this is a great example of a really effective collaborative team. So I've just added our Alfred project and I just want to run through what we've done with the aircon here. So I'll start back in the existing house because we've got one unit that is going to condition the entire house. The trick that we've got is there's a little link section between the main big skillion area up there and down here. So there isn't actually anywhere up top here that the two roof areas join. So I'll spin this around and I'll show you what's going on. So I'll start in the hallway here. So what we've got is this duct just needs to be pulled up a little bit tighter there. But what the original house is here, there's actually a box gutter that runs right down the middle of the hallway. Actually it's just a little bit tucked off, a little bit off center to the left of screen here. So what that's allowed us to do is have one unit that is going to do all the original outlets in the front part of the home, but allows us to bring a duct through the very corner of the building over here, just next to the box gutter. We've cored a hole through the wall here above the doorway. What that then does is come through this side, cores through and just pokes its way out there. And this roof above here has actually been designed in quite a collaborative way. There was a bit of negotiation and back and forth between the engineer on this one, just to try and get the correct timber member sizes and no strutting beams in the way so that we could actually have a pathway for this air conditioner duct to come through. So what that then does is fits in this tiny little link roof space and then comes across into some strategic bulkheads above cabinetry in there. So we've got one nice big linear slot that will come out and condition the kitchen area. Also then branches off over this way, sort of does a bit of a jump across over the bathroom there into the study or the office. So there'll be one vent that'll drop down into the roof there. Follow this big duct along. We've also then got another linear slot that comes out in this living space here that will condition the other side of the open plan area here into the nice big lounge room. And a great example of why a collaborative process is super effective. Sort of as you can see here, not really actually, but the little link section roof here doesn't actually cut anywhere into the existing roof. So to be able to utilize the one unit effectively to avoid actually having to run two really expensive air conditioner units, that's how we've overcome this. So very lastly, actually, to be able to hide this duct up in the corner here, we have a nice beautiful arch in the center of the hallway that we will then mimic that above the door here. Once that duct is pulled up tight, we'll have a nice little curved arch that will build out on this side of the doorway to actually be able to hide all of that, and it'll create a little bit of a wider walkway, but you'll never know that there's actually even an aircon duct up there. Jump forward, there you go. So there's the progress of the arch, not quite finished yet, just needs to actually be set in, but that is the idea of it there. So previous shots, you would have noticed up above this flat section of the bulkhead, that is where our giant duct comes through and then tucked up into the ceiling there. So that's how we've overcome this. So coming back through then from the front door, we've got our two arches that are gonna really set this hallway off and then flow through into the back part.